Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason and welcome to Corey Feldman Movies, Volume 1. Because I don't know how many volumes there's going to be of this. Basically, cut a long story short, recently I did a tribute video for the Goonies with a pop movie guy, Paul Ray. Goodbye, Paul Ray. And basically at the end of that, me and him are talking about Corey Feldman movies. Now, Corey Feldman's been in a lot of movies, and I pretty much just went in the next room, grabbed a pile of Feldman movies and just started going, this film, that film, this film. And then I realised I left out some of the classics and then some of the obscure ones I've got as well. So I decided to grab 10 today and sit down and go through them and say, like them, love them, do not fucking watch them. And I'm going to be very honest about it. Now, I'm a big Corey Feldman fan because I grew up in the 80s, and in the 80s Corey Feldman was in the Goonies, the Lost Boys, the Gremlins, Friday the 13th, the Burbs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was Donatello. The pop vinyl there. I used to have a mouth pop vinyl, but if you watch the Goonies one, you'll see why I don't. And basically, I'm a big fan of Feldman. His music's a bit crazy, his acting's a bit off sometimes, but he's been in so many films. This guy needs honoured in this way because of this. Wipe the side of the screen out. This is Corey Feldman's autobiography, choreography. I think that's how you pronounce it. When I read this, I was totally fucking blown away, even though I've just opened it upside down. Actually, the cover's the wrong way around. See, haven't planned this. Not scripted this, just fucking winging it. This is stunning. This is written by him, and honestly, some of the fucking things what happened to him growing up, and the reason why he is the way he is, and his battle against drug addiction, and his friendship with Michael Jackson. Yes, Michael Jackson. Moonwalker. It's unbelievable. I recommend this to anyone reading it. Now, I wrote to Corey Feldman after this came out, after I read it, and he was nice enough to reply to us, which was absolutely mint. Mind blown. Not as mind blown as the night I told the world I had a Lost Boys tattoo. Corey Feldman, Jameson Newlander, and next thing you know, Jameson Newlander and Corey Feldman were both talking on Twitter about my tattoo, and I got freaked the fuck out. I think there's a video in the description from when that night actually happened. I totally got tripped out. So anyway, 10 films this time for Corey Feldman. To be honest with you, I'll probably say Corey Haim by mistake at some points. I do apologise in advance for that. So I'll wipe the side of the screen out. Let's start where it all began, with the fucking Gremlins. Now, as I go through these, I'm going to go for the most recent ones. So if I've got the Blu-ray, I'm going to have the Blu-ray. Or if I've just got the video, I've just got the video. Or if it gets to Lost Boys, I'm not going to show you the video, the DVD, the Laserdisc, the UMD, the Blu-ray, the Steelbook. Now, this is the Steelbook of the Gremlins. Lovely blue cover with stripe. Get out of the way, stripe there. Stripe bubble bubble on the front cover. Now bring that back. On the back is the classic cover. And inside is the cover we've got to know now as well. This is a classic 80s film. Corey Feldman was really young in it. He's really good in it for being such a child star. I mean, his first acting job was a McDonald's advert, I think, which played for a couple of years when he was a kid. In America, not in England anyway. But yeah, the Gremlins is a classic, and the Gremlins is looking not to get remade now, just to give you a follow-up, because I've done 2 tribute videos. Oh, fuck off, whoever that is. I've done 2 tribute videos for the Gremlins. It was my first tribute. Then for my 10th tribute, I did a remake, and had a right bitch about them remaking this, but it looks like they're going to go for a 3rd one instead. And there is rumours now about Corey Feldman and Zach Gallivan. I don't think Phoebe Cates is returning in it, which would be absolutely awesome. Now, keeping in mind this is by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has done 2 sequels to the Lost Boys, and Feldman was in both of them, so hands up for that. But definitely watch the Gremlins if you haven't seen it. Classic Christmas film. So yeah, put that down. Right, next one. Wipe the side of the screen out. I'm gonna... Sorry. This is the Hong Kong import of Blown Away, When Trusting Someone Can Be Deadly. There's a link in the description below of my review of this, which I've just filmed tonight. And this nearly killed me when I realised that there was a spelling mistake. British import, spelling mistake. Yeah, Blown Away. If you check the thing out, I have a good little talk about that. I would watch this because it's a Corey Haim, Corey Feldman movie, but it's a bit of a porno, just so you know. So get rid of that one. Right, next one is Serial Killer 101. Yeah, that's come down that side. This is an import from America. School as Hell, and it just got a lot worse. Front cover, Justin Rich, little scratchy box on there. I have seen this Corey Feldman, only just pops up in it behind the counter. As he doesn't even speak, I don't think. He just sort of lunches behind the camera. Watched it once, and then no, this is going to be a no. So don't bother with Serial Killer 101. Now get rid of that. Next, right beside the screen now, Killer.com. This is Serial Killer 101. I only just fucking realised this when I fucking grouped these together. I'm just going to open this now for the first time. It's got no names on the front cover. It's very blurry images. Feldman is not on the cover. He's not credited on the back. Actually, he is. Feldman is actually on the back cover. On there, as I say, he's just a shop attendant. That is a really poor quality covered disc. But yeah, Serial Killer 101 or Killer.com, avoid. Next up, right beside the screen out, classic Disney, Fox and the Hound. Feldman plays the young fox in the movie, or the young dog. My god, it's been a long time since I've seen this. It is a Disney classic. My favourite Disneys are Dumbo, especially when Dumbo gets drunk. That is just terrifying for a kid. Love Dumbo. Pinocchio, the whale was scary as a kid. I like Aladdin, even though I do believe Aladdin is set in the future. Lion King was awesome, and I think I stopped watching Disney films since then. I haven't seen none of this Let It Go, Frozen shit. But yeah, typical Disney though. They charge you big money for fucking DVDs, and all you get is a blank grey DVD. But yeah, definitely for the Disney classics, this one. Now get rid of that. Right, moving on, we're going to go for a quick cameo appearance. So wipe the side of the screen out. This is Loaded Weapon 1. This is probably one of the best spoof movies ever made. Emilio Estevez, Samuel L. Jackson lead it. You have got cameos from everywhere. Tim Curry, Charlie Sheen, Bruce Willis. Oh, fucking, what's he called? Dennis Leary. He's in it. Proctor from Police Academy's in it. It's cameo city. And Corey Feldman pops up as one of the police guards told not to shoot at somebody. So it's a little brief one. I bought this, 2013 I bought that. Left the receipt in the box. But yeah, definitely watch that. Right, get rid of that. Next one. It's a weird crossover film. This is, right beside the screen out. I see I'm getting confused. I'm doing this in one take, not scripted. I am sorry. Puppet Master vs Demonic Toys. This is the UK release. It's an 18. It has a massive big rant on the front by special effects wizard. Totally sells the fact that this film, when you put it on, is absolutely whack. Standard cover on the disc. Feldman does not appear on it, although he is credited right at the top of the back of the box. I would give this a miss unless you're a die-hard Puppet Master fan, to be honest with you. Feldman has grey hair in it, he's playing a parent in it, and to be honest with you, nah, give this one a miss. Sorry, but yeah, give it a miss. Next one, wipe the side of the screen out. 6 Degrees of Hell was a new film coming out starring Corey Feldman, and the cover, I love that cover. I love that cover. But typically, get rid of that. When it came out in the UK, what did they do? We got this. Wipe that side of the screen out. Jack's Motel. Corey Feldman gets his name on the top of the box. Warning, explicit content. Hell has a vacancy. Look at that. The DVD doesn't even stay in the box. Now, if my friend Jack, who's very ginger, had a motel, there's no fucking way I would stay in that. So that's probably a good title. But for what I can remember, there isn't even a Jack in this movie. And it's a standard release. This movie, if you're a die-hard horror fan, watch it. But the way Corey Feldman is in this movie, it's basically they went off and shot this movie. Then Corey Feldman was available. They shot like an interrogation scene with him. And he sort of tries to explain. It's one of them flashback films where he's telling the story of what happened and did it really happen. And at the end, he walks up to the house and it's sort of like, it's a low budget horror. So I'm going to say watch it. I'm going to watch it, but it should have been called 6 Degrees of Hell. That would have been a better cover for it. Right, get rid of that. Next one, wipe the side of the screen out. My Date with Drew. Now this is fucking class if you haven't seen it. This is a story of, what was his name? John Gunn. John Gunn. John Gunn had a child fetish over Drew Barrymore. He's about the same age as us, so I'm not saying anything wrong there. And basically he goes on a mission, a real life mission, to get a date with Drew Barrymore. And this shows him how he buys a camera, he uses the 30-day return policy in America, he goes around, films this film, he catches up with people, he tries to get Drew Barrymore's phone number, he meets up with Corey Feldman, because Corey Feldman used to go out with Drew Barrymore when they were kids. Corey Feldman sits down, gives a nice interview, you know, like, yeah, you can go for it. Eric Roberts is in it as well, and eventually, at the end, like it's meant to be, Drew Barrymore actually goes on a date with him. Even though things don't work out, Drew Barrymore is awesome for being in this, and definitely watch this if you haven't seen it. It's a true story, real life, and it's very, very funny. So wipe the side of the screen out. Right, my next one, wipe the side of the screen out, is Illegal Entry. Corey Feldman, he is everywhere. He fucking totally is everywhere. Now, I haven't seen this in a very, very long time. It's quite rare. This is a big box video, so they don't come around that often. Starring Corey Feldman, Stand By Me, Lost Boys. He watches her while she's doing most intimate things. He sends her handwritten notes by the score. He joins her acting class. He is everywhere. Corey Feldman looks like a proper creep on this, on the back of the box. Zoom in, zoom in. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this. I just remember being proper creeped out because Feldman comes off really creepy, so I guess that's a good thing for his acting. So if you can track this down, give it a watch. Give it a watch. But yeah, it's really old, 95. Anyway, get rid of that, put that over there. So the last one for this entry is, wipe the side of the screen out, Scuba School. No, wait a minute, Last Resort. In England, this was released as Scuba School. Everywhere else in the world, it is Last Resort. Corey Feldman and Corey Haim re-team up. I believe this was after Blown Away. It was part of a free picture deal. Dream a Little Dream 2 was the third film. Feldman talks about this a lot in his autobiography because in the 90s, National Lampoons, now I didn't realise this, but National Lampoons had a lot of weapons in there as well. National Lampoons were known for the Christmas Vacations with Chevy Chase, Animal House, Load of Weapon 1. They were on a high roll. They had a high price name, so it was National Lampoons. It was guaranteed to be funny, but then they went downhill with stuff like Men in White and fucking some really bad ones. They didn't really pull themselves out the shit until Van Wilder in the early 2000s, but they did this, and him and Feldman thought they were in for like a proper relaunch in their career. And this, I grew up watching this, so I'm going to recommend seeing it, but please be aware, this is batshit crazy. Feldman and him just get to act like themselves in some bizarre limbo. The film starts off with them talking on mobile phones, and you think they're in different rooms when you realise they're sitting on the same couch. One side of the room's completely different to the other. They end up having to go to a treasure island to solve a crime, to save his uncle's pirate resort. I mean, it looks like fun when they filmed it, but there's bits where there's a VW Vauxhall coming down from the sky, and it's just suspended there on wires. There's fucking weird mermaids, and it's just fucking batshit crazy. So yeah, if you track it down, you want to get stoned with your friends, watch this. You'll have a laugh, but if you want to take it seriously, avoid it. So, that was the first 10 Corey Feldman films. I'll be back soon, next week or the week after. I'll get some more time to film some stuff with another 10. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason and welcome to Corey Haim. Oh, fucking Corey Haim. Here's an outtake for you. This is filmed the same night as my Blown Away review, so this is still cracking me up.
We jumped out a window.
The fuck, Jack? Next outtake.